Right then, welcome back to our garden here in Manchester on a relatively mild Valentine's Day. So this video is about an area of garden that is probably the best looking area of the garden at the moment this time of the year, and I don't really talk about it much because I kind of skip past it most of the time. It's this bit behind me and it's where we sit as well. Yeah, Trachycrpus, fotunei, and there's 7 Chamerops humilis in this area as well, which we'll take a look at in a minute. And the reason why I look at these is I think most people who are into this kind of style of gardening, palms and whatever, will be aware that, you know, with the winter we've had, plants such as cordylines look, for want of a better word, like dog shit at the moment. They have been absolutely nailed by the cold weather, and for the price of what you pay for, I know small cordies are cheap, get a little bit of trunk on them and the price shoots up quite significantly, and you're getting into Trachycrpus region, well, small Trachycrpus region if you shop around. I picked one up that's in the front garden last year for 30 quid, you know, and it's over 2 foot and it looks great, and it's miles more hardy than a cordyline, so happy with that. But I do like cordylines. I think the foliage looks great. It's a great sort of contrast with other palms such as Trachycrpus as well. And then Chamerops, I have had a spear pull on a vulcano, which I'll take a look at in a minute. You can pick these up for next to nothing. I guess it's going to be a little bit more expensive this year, but Home Bargains and B&M normally have them in for about 15 quid. And you go on the Facebook groups, various Facebook groups, and people say, oh, they're stretched and all this bollocks, but you know what, get them in the ground, let them settle in. The stretched leaves will stay there for ages, and the new growth will soon catch up and they'll look great. Once you get the feet in the ground, they get them, well, they're quite slow growing, small palm, but yeah, they'll put out new leaves, and yeah, just ignore all that sort of stuff. But you know, it is better to buy, I guess, from a good palm supplier like Hardy Palms, but you know, the ones you see reasonably cheap, you know, they're absolutely fine. So yeah, let's take a quick look at some of the palms in this area. So the big Trachycrpus fotunei probably went in, it was about 3 foot tall when we put it in. It wasn't that expensive back then, 2013. Air plant still hanging on in there and looking fine. Yeah, it needs a proper good mulch this year. I don't know if you can see what's going on down there with the roots. The whole area needs a good mulch. I don't cut the lower leaves off, leave them sort of hanging over because the seating area, because it creates a nice canopy. Chamerops, I need to tidy these up, but that one's getting a nice trunk on it now. Be a little bit dark to see in there. Do quite well in shade though, and there's plants of differing heights in here, but they all seem to be doing okay. Another casualty there, need to get that out. Yeah, looking pretty good, just need to tidy up. Still got the old seed heads on from it flowering last year, just not cut them off yet. So yeah, let's go around the other side because you can get a better view of the other Chamerops and a few other palms. Hello Bob. Bob's busy doing Bob stuff. Yeah, so this is the view from the other side of the Trachycrpus. This is fotunei, by the way. I guess most people will know that anyway. Maybe it's time for that leaf to go. A bit wonky, a bit tatty. The Chamerops just need a good clean. There's a bit of leaf rubbish on them. That there is what's left of a formium. Yeah, but they all seem to be doing okay and now developing a little trunks. Yeah, I'm going to give them a good feed this year, good mulch. Another Trachycrpus there, which is growing a bit sort of lopsided because of the bamboo behind it. Yeah, all looking pretty damn good. Another one in this area is Butia eriospatha or spatha. I planted that last year. It's looking a bit pale and a couple of the older leaves are looking a bit tatty now. So I'll give it a trim. give it a good feed through the year, should get its feet in the ground and make good progress. Rapidophyllum hystrix, one that was in a video last year I made. Turn it round. Yeah, it's doing okay, doing its thing, albeit slowly. Triphynax campestris looking not as good. Little spear pull on that as well. Yeah, came out of this one. Oops, there we go, a bit more as well. We'll see how it goes. I've had this happen before and it comes back, but it's probably looking the worst it's ever looked. Couple of little princeps there. Hardy's old boots. The Brhea in a pot, looking a bit tatty, but it's dragged this indoors as soon as I could. Oh yeah, it needs a top up in the pot, but with having to move it around a little bit, I've not bothered doing that yet. But yeah, that's a nice collection of Chamerops and Trachycrpus, and overall, with the bamboo behind it, makes this corner of the garden look pretty good. Scaffolding bird feeder there as well. Another Trachycrpus there, and next to this left with wagnerianus is the vulcano, which is empty in the middle. So I'm going to leave it in, see how it gets on, because I've had Chamerops do a spear pull many years ago and it came back and it was fine. So we'll just keep an eye on that one. And then last couple of palms I'm going to take a look at. So this is Trachycrpus, but it's what is commonly known as a wagnerianus. Full name, I think. That's how you say it. I am shit with these plant names at times, but I know what I mean. Yeah, much stiffer leaves or fronds on this. I really do need to get another one of them because they do look good. That one got planted, was it last year? I think I planted it last year, beginning of the year, so should get a move on this year. And then the last one is this one, little Trachycrpus takil, or takil. Quite slow in comparison to the other palms. Just making sure it's all good in there. Seems to be. So this is the one permanent resident in this bed, which is for the Vivax. So yeah, that's a quick look at the palms in my garden in January. Cheerio.